I'm loving when there's sometimes in chat where spam's okay, and I'm loving the Brazil that came out of the end of that last game. A lot of people here supporting Kelazhur, and well, he played a pretty good game, so I don't blame him. Spawning the top right corner of the map, he seems to be the crowd favorite right now-ish. It's Kelazhur.
The bottom left as the pink Zerg. It's Acer's Scarlett.
Okay, I'm gonna tell that story. The story everyone's heard a million times.
Okay.
Kelazhur is gotta be one of my favorite guys to watch. Not because he's objectively good at this game, or is better or worse than anybody else. But the first time I saw him, Huck knocked him out of Copa America the first round. I think it was like the first qualifier too, maybe the second qualifier. But anyway, he got knocked out really early because Nexus cannon rushed him. Straight up, Nexus right next to the command center. Kelazhur didn't know what to do. It got awkward, and Huck followed up with like a quick gateway attack with a huge warp in towards his main. So it went for the first time I ever saw Kelazhur as I wrote him off as this like, I don't know, who's this guy? No good, whatever. But since then, and again, this is the beginning of 2014, guys. When we started Copa America like way long ago. But now we've come towards the end of 2014, and the fact that this guy's taking games off of Scarlett, the fact that this guy has been performing well every time we see him play, he's not quite at that level, I think, where we're going to have that sick next up and coming tournament contender. But 2015, I think, is going to be a good year for Kelazhur, and I think we're definitely going to see this guy more and more.
It's truly the rise of the American Terrans.
Well, it's South American Terrans.
Yeah, that's why I specifically said American. Not
Wow, I thought you were just being your regular America #1 South.
Well, America #1, of course, but a little more considerate nowadays. Seriously, though. Right now we have, like, you know, obviously the two guys that are doing the best, Kelazhur and Xeno, getting farthest, and they're both American Terrans, but we also had Masa, right?
Yeah. Masa being Canadian, but Kelazhur, I think...
Still American, God.
Kelazhur and Xenocider, I still think when I look at the first 16 names in this tournament, are not the two I picked to be this far into the tournament. Xenocider especially, not the guy I expect to be in the winner's bracket finals, much less the loser's bracket finals. This has been a really wild qualifier, and I'm really glad we got to cast it. And I hope you guys have been enjoying the show so far, and I hope you've also been enjoying these games, because they have been very unique. Lots of upsets today.
I hope you guys hated it, and you're still sticking around because reasons.
Because you want to see if Zombie Girl will ever crack a smile.
Trick,
guys, it doesn't happen.
That's the trick. That's the pool, right?
Yeah, let me save you guys like 40 hours of your life. Just take off now. It's not. No.
It's okay, Rifkin. One day I'll laugh at your jokes.
Alright, well, the factory coming down for Kelazhur. He's followed up with a couple of Marines. I don't know if I go for that push. I mean, the aggression last game was pretty cool, but it was, I think, a lot complimenting the map. Scarlett was never really going to take a comfortable third no matter what happened that game. That is just the layout of those spawn locations on Foxtrot Labs. If it was the other spawn locations, that actually could have been a completely different game. But yeah, it didn't quite work out. A lot of that got played to the strengths of Kelazhur, and we'll see if he can follow it up on Nimbus, because it's got another very unique design to it. You got the natural base inside nestled all nice, but without spawning here in the top left, he doesn't really have a big advantage, I think, going into this.
Yeah. And let's also remember in that game, she made those banelings and those lings. Imagine, the Banshee still would have played a huge part, but imagine if she had cleaned up the Hellbats and then counterattacked, as opposed to doing what she did, which was like counterattack as opposed to cleaning up the army. A lot of different things happen in that game than a normal TVZ would have usually. And we'll see if Kelazhur is going to try and do something like that again. He is getting a medevac and he's going for the Marine drop. So he brought up the, you know, maybe it's not the best positions for the drops, but they're still pretty good.
Scarlett earlier today, of course, had that really sick static defense versus QXC on this map.
Ah, yes. Do you remember that one?
I think it's a little too early to bring that out, but it's nice to know that she's one to think ahead to moments like that. I mean,
plus, I don't think Kelazhur's going to go for the drop immediately. With the Hellbats, he might just drop on the creep and then try and kill.
This is definitely like that push in the front, and you just try and get as much damage as you can, right? I mean, Marines bring so much extra to the party, and man, this is just such a harsh thing to deal with. Even if Scarlett knows this is coming, I mean, a smite on top of the ramp is absolutely necessary. Banelings are still going to just barely be out in time for this, if that. And that nest is only just finishing. And then she has to take time to actually morph the Zerglings.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just barely not going to be there, apparently, to save the third, although Kelazhur stops attacking it. He could definitely get that third if he just kept attacking that specifically, but I suppose there would only be a cancel, and he's not looking for a cancel, he's looking for more of a kill move. No transfuse, one transfuse.
Oh, 2 transfuses, still not enough. But here comes the banlings. Can we get the spread out of Kelazhur? He's got to keep the Marines alive, of course. It's not so much the Hellbats that are really that scary, but the Marines more importantly. Focusing here. Oh.
Okay.
Scarlett can't come down that ramp with the circlings running into the Hellbat fire, but 5 queens thwart this off, and this really just, I feel like I'm watching Impact, not Scarlett. You know?
Yeah, that was a pretty easy hold, and she hasn't lost any queens, so the Banshee follow-up won't be very scary at all. I guess they will still have cloak, and she doesn't have a lot of spore crawlers and no lair, but you know, even still, it's better, right? And I really think Kelazhur should have gotten that third. That would have been guaranteed damage, although not as much damage, I suppose, as if he could have killed Scarlett.
Yeah,
that was
drop some mules to repair. That's really cool.
I don't think it's worth it though. I think it would have been better to just send an SCV out to repair it.
I don't think it's worth it either, but it just tells you how much like he wants this, how badly he wants this.
Just I really wish it was an SCV because I think it's really cool. The mule is so costly.
You could build a turret. You could build a turret, a bunker. You know,
right? We've seen that. Hey, no, don't knock it.
Not gonna knock it, but this Banshee almost goes down to the Spore Crawler. It's a big mistake. Banling's busting through. Kelazhur loses everything on these front lines, and even the Banshee goes down. That's just couldn't have been better for Scarlett.
Both the medevac and the Banshee out of that one Spore Crawler. So Spore Crawler, you are a hero. Congratulations. You have just completely thwarted Kelazhur's attack, both attacks. And what does he have to go on behind this? It's got to be mech now. He has not started stim. He has no tickle up on the barracks. Go for mech.
Well, it's really, I feel, the only option at this point, but he's taking the command center at the moment. Just want to get a bit of breathing room, guys. We can get caught up in donations. General Miss Piggy, fine person who bought those slippers earlier. $10 donation says, greetings from Europe. Keep up the good work. Hello, Europe. Isn't it late for you guys?
Yeah.
And a $20 donation from Sloza, 12,000. Hours of entertainment. I love you, man. Zombie up 2. Keep up the good work. Thank you kindly, sir.
Thank you. Oh, he does go into bio. Does he not realize he doesn't have stim? You're gonna have 1-1 before stim? Come on, bro.
That's not gonna work. I don't even know how to phrase it any better than that. It's simply not gonna work if that's what he's going for. It seems like a mistake, but if he starts combat shields first, then we'll definitely know it was. Because, I mean, you gotta take the stim versus combat shields. I mean, you gotta pick one. What's it gonna be?
Or
this is where we still say mech, right? Like,
or no. He chose 1-1 before getting stim. Stim. Oh, sorry. Sorry, please.
I mean, I can see the argument to be made for combat shields if you're pushing against those primarily lings. But there's so many banlings already out. He knows about this. His pressure on the front lines revealed exactly what Scarlett's going for. So stim, yeah, stim for the maneuverability is going to be way more important. Yeah,
it's 12-minute stim. That's painful. Even TVT, where you can probably get the latest stim possible in a matchup, that's so late. That is a little bit painful. He's doing a surprising amount of damage. I mean, he's forcing out a surprising amount of micro, I guess, trying to dance with these Hellions and the Banelings. Really trying to, I feel like he's trying to put on a face of being scary, but he's really not.
But that's the thing, he's actually kind of accomplishing it. And the problem is it's a big risk because you will eventually lose a lot to one bad engagement, but it's a situation where Scarlett hasn't moved on the map. There's no lings on Kelazhur's side of the field. There's nothing running by that natural this time.
He is doing a lot. Here come the Mutas, and those 5 Marines can still cover the Banshees. As funny as that is, why didn't you just swamp it? Yeah, there you go.
I think for the same reason you fear turning in the late game, you don't know if there's round 2 behind it. But,
that's true. I mean, it's very surprising how little she knows what's going on the map. She has no Zelnogin control, no, lings just around the map. And, what she does have is an Overlord spreading creep and no third, so she's got to be worried that it's like a 2-base all-in of some sort.
Well, we have an update for the brackets, folks. Polt 2-0's Violet. Violet is eliminated from the tournament.
I mean, no. Well, woo for someone.
Yeah, we'll go with the Terror. Because this actually will mean the winner of this goes on to fight against Polt. And the winner of that will go on to fight against Xenocider, which is kind of insane to consider. Xenocider is the one who knocked Polt to the losers bracket. Deep breaths for a second, guys. Remember, like, what? So there's a very real possibility. If Polt beats whoever wins this series, the Xenocider may be the second qualifier in our tournaments, or not our tournament, rather IEM's tournament. Sorry.
The supply difference is staggering. 50 supply. Stamina one just finishing. Upgrade still surprisingly, I guess, good.
That 50 supply pretty much comes directly out of the army value too. It's not good.
It's pretty bad. 13 or what? No. Third command center is gonna land on the actual third at around 15:30. 16 minutes as the creep still has to go away. This is just, there's no ways. I think Scarlett sees that too. She's darting one to the media to see that the army is so small, and then just go for this attack.
This is nice that she has Zerglings this time. I feel like every time we see her go for a bust today, she makes too many banelings. There's nothing to follow it up with. So, as silly as it is, I really like the amount of Zerglings coming out behind this.
More banelings than there are Marines right now. Damn it, he just bumped out 6 Marines.
Yeah, way to go, Zombie. Embarrass yourself. Well, 39 versus 38. There you go.
Aha!
Back on track.
I'm winning!
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Gonna catch a couple of Hellbats exposed from the army. Did get drawn forward, but you said there's so many banelings available. A couple do get picked off prematurely, but even if the banelings don't kill everything, there's a lot of Zerglings to follow this up too. It's completely swamped here outside the bottom of his natural ramp. Third base is going to get absolutely killed. He knows it as well. Good game. Well played is called. And Scarlett will take back the series, tying it up 1-1. And giving us an ace match.